Their nightmare is us fighting together to defend something we love.
Look, Rebel Moon Part 2, Scargiver is here. It is an action-packed thrill ride. If Part 1 of Rebel Moon was the initial exploration of the world, Part 2 is a full-blown tour of it. Can you talk about the theme of healing and redemption for our heroes?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that that's, in the end, sort of the thesis of movie 2, 100%, that what we learn about our heroes is they're not just mercenaries or guns for hire. They happen to be, like, all in need of the catharsis that this conflict would bring them. And regardless of the odds, in a lot of ways, the odds don't matter in comparison to, like, their personal sort of struggles and their need to, be healed in some ways by the conflict that's coming,
Now, the action sequences in this film are beautiful, poetic, and emotional. Correct me if I'm wrong, your team studied World War II battles for the battle sequences in the film. Can you talk about how that helped inform those sequences?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We talked a lot about World War II, a lot about really what we would do, sort of, the notion was that we were gonna have, at some point, we were gonna have in the field in front of Velt, there was gonna be like these mechanized sort of tanks. There was gonna be tons of soldiers. We were gonna have to figure out how to hold them back, how to slow them down. Because in the end, we know that the Mother World's forces, if they came in full force, would completely devastate the village. There's nothing you could do. So they really had to set up these kind of obstacles of negotiation, of trickery, of all these things to delay. Because really it's a delay tactic because they've got to think of another thing. I won't say what it is, but they have to have another plan because their current plan is fine to slow them down, but maybe not to like win the war.
Now, you've had this story in your head for a long time, and now you've seen it come to life. What's been the most rewarding experience for you working on these films? And are you done telling these stories in this world with these characters?
Look, I'll be honest, probably the most rewarding part was being able, the deal I made with Netflix and their incredible partners that they are, to be able to complete the director's cuts to exactly my specs and, running time is not an issue, rating not an issue, all the things that I've been able to do with the director's cuts. Really, that's a dream come true for any filmmaker to have like complete free hand is a cool thing, with no, if the incredible partners that Netflix have been on the PG-13, and that is to say, the test screenings, the normal notes from the studio, the normal stuff, the normal interaction that you would have to kind of, get this property to the place where it can be seen by the most people. That's a fun job to do together. For all that, the complete sort of hands-off, like whatever you think for the director's cuts is also really fun too. So that's the thing I'm most proud of, is that I really, waiting for you guys in August is this ridiculous, insane romp that I think is going to be, for certain people, the best of both worlds.
Oh, I am here for it. Now, one thing that really surprised me on this film was the wheat crop. Those were real wheat crops. And the actors actually learn how to like plow those and harvest those. Can you talk about that experience a little bit?
Yeah, I really wanted that part. I felt like that was where we were really going to bond with the village, in this sort of the tactile, agricultural, immersion that I was asking the guys to go on, because it's the most elemental thing that you can think of is this connection to the land and having the actors really doing that work. That becomes the thing that you defend. Obviously, your investment is like, that of sweat and blood and sweat and tears. And that's what we really wanted to achieve. And by planting this gigantic, acres and acres of wheat that we could actually photograph for real, it really gave the place this kind of, realism and kind of, it's a place in the world that you could go visit and feel it. And I think that even for the actors, it was an incredible way to kind of connect to the story.
Well, Zach, look, I love learning about the backstory of our heroes, and the action in this movie slaps, man. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the film. I'm really hoping that we get a third one because I love me some Rebel Moon.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you so much, Zach. I appreciate it.
All right, awesome.
Take care, sir.
Cheers.